Good morning. Happy Monday to everyone. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. We had some sunshine here, which was great. Even managed to get my face away from that sickly, pale colour. So this morning we are going to be talking about letting go of the past and how we can use EFT to help us get whatever it is we want. Obviously, primarily I work with people that are very sick, been diagnosed terminal often, or incurable, which are words that carry very heavy weight. But these techniques can be turned. Morning, Sean. Morning, Julie. These techniques can be... Morning, Tracy. Happy Monday, everyone. So again, if you look at it from the Sedona method perspective, we've got our health, we've got our wealth, and we've got our relationships. So when you're using these techniques, to me, it's all the same thing. We either have limiting beliefs, subconscious trauma from the past that's inhibiting the flow of energy, and often just stuff that's happened in this life, whether we've inherited it or created it, to me is kind of irrelevant in terms of focus on where you want to go. So whether you want to have like optimum vitality and health, whether you want to have a much stronger, abundant flow of income, whether you want to have more loving and less toxic relationships, whatever it is you want. Morning, Mary. It's all the same thing. You just where you point your attention and your focus. And, you know, as humans, we always go to the worst case scenario. And as we understand, moving above blame, complain and shame is really the only way in the energetic world that you can really get ahead. Because if you want to move out of these lower vibrational energies, then we are the ones that have to do the work, and we have to take our eyes off everybody out there and take full responsibility. Morning, Kimberly. For ourselves and our reactions and our perception. Oh, the old hostile perception. And you know, it's cynicism, very Scottish thing to be cynical and make sure that, you know, you want to know things are true before you're ever going to try them. And, you know, it's a really kind of outdated way to perceive the world, because you may be waiting a long time to get the right information when in actual fact it was right under your nose all the time. And it's called your intuition. And what happens is over the years of our life, we're coming in with information from our ancestors. I think most people are aware of that now. A lot of stuff's just hardwired in there. But thanks to the incredible research and work of people like Bruce Lipton and Candace Pert, we understand the molecules of emotion, that we can change our perception and we can manipulate our genetic expression. So it's one thing knowing that, but it's completely another thing actually embodying it and doing it. And this is the difference. You know, I know people who have healed from allegedly incurable disease. Morning, Doreen. But I also know people who haven't, because it is very challenging to change, quite simply. And you really need to be 100% transparent and honest with yourself and with your cells. Because the body can only ever... Happy Monday, Annie. The body only really knows, if you think again about cellular tensegrity and harmony, the body only knows the truth. And it's us that come in and try to put our story over the top of it. And that changes what the cells do. They either darken and contracting, or they're expanding and lightening. Morning, Pat. So when it comes to the truth, morning, Kevin, the cells know what it is. But we need to really tune in to hear our truth and stop telling the story. Because our story, your biography becomes your biology, quite simply. And if you keep on telling the same hostile perception version of the story, then your body hears and picks up on that chemistry and that magnetic feeling. So there's so many false truths, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, conspiracy theories, narratives, bullshit. There's so much crap going on out there. You don't even know if what you're seeing is actually true, what you're hearing is true. You don't know which news station to trust. Everybody has a different perception of what's going on. So it can be a very confusing time. And that's why really getting away from the mainstream media is hugely powerful, to get to literally allow your cells to come away from all that contraction and reaction to the narrative that we're being given, which, let's face it, is all about fear, because they couldn't control us any other way, or well, they believed they couldn't control us any other way. So they've gone to the depths that every dictatorship goes to, which is terrify them and threaten them with jail, and then they'll do what they're told, which is kind of what's happening to us all now. So using EFT to let go of the past is, you know, again, the science with EFT is quite astounding. The fact that we're not actually, your biography becomes your biology. Very powerful. The past, in our allopathic system, we treat symptoms. And that's something that drives me crazy, because very often, not very often, always the body is communicating to us. It's communicating something's out of balance, something's out of line, too much toxicity, too much inflammation, too much information. And if you've had traumatic things have happened in the past and they've not been dealt with, and it's not even just the traumatic thing, it's the kind of daily thinking about the traumatic thing that can really affect your chemistry and therefore your biology. So firing the vagus nerve every single day, we've all got major incidents that have affected how we see life. But when we actually understand, right, well, okay, that's the way I'm seeing it right now, but it's not really a way that makes me happy and joyful and peaceful. So I need to let go of the past and let go of the fear and really move into that understanding of the power that I have over the cells, because you are controlling everything in that body without even knowing it. And because we've been, well, let's say it's not even been lied to, because people just thought we were a big lump of meat that did things and that we had no power over it. And it's only now we're fully understanding, oh my God, even that simple thing of nose breathing can absolutely transform your health. Intermittent fasting, the challenge was just off the scale, the amount of people that had phenomenal results just by choosing to eat at different times. So that should give you some insight into the power you've got over the body. But here's what happens in terms of healing. So if it comes from childhood, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and that can go on, for some kids that went on for a long, long time. So very, very difficult for them to see the life through a very light and happy lens. But now we know that we all have that power within to override the past hurts and traumas and come back over to this area where we would love to be. And EFT is a really, really powerful, well-proven strategy for helping you to change and get back into cellular harmony. Now, in what Joe Dispenza calls the operating system, we have to get into the subconscious mind, and it's twofold. We decide, where do we want to go? So that's kind of your goal setting. I want to be free, I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, I want to be vital, I want to be curious, I want to be clear. All of the stuff that we want, we have to be very clear about what we want and how we're going to get it. And then the next part to it, which again escapes a lot of people, is letting go of all the limitation that we have and that we've inherited and we've created in this lifetime. And so take healing as an example. You can't believe that you can heal and that you can't heal at the same time. One belief will cancel out the other. So if you've been diagnosed terminal, for you to just actually go, well, that might not be true, takes huge courage, huge amounts of delving into the subconscious and really tuning in, because the fear of death, I think we can see quite clearly now, overrides everything. So they've managed to get us with a disease that's, you're very, very unlikely, particularly if you're under 60 or 70, you're very, very unlikely to die of. They've still got everybody absolutely terrified of death. So that's actually quite a fascinating thing to observe, how our fear of death is really driving us to actually not being able to live a fulfilled life. And, you know, I've said it before, these words incurable and terminal should be taken out, because the huge, huge pain and suffering, and often unnecessary suffering, that can be caused by giving somebody that death sentence, the voodoo curse, as Joe Dispenza calls it. So, but that can happen in lots of different ways. Not that I'm taking an extreme example about we're all going to die. But it's just when. And can we live without fear? Because we know fear depresses your immune system. We know that. It changes your chemistry, it changes your thinking. And being around fearful people is exhausting. And to be honest, it's not something that I would experience. But obviously just now you're just seeing and hearing people's fear. It's like, oh, get me away from this. Because we need to keep our focus on the Great Awakening, or whatever word or sentence you can use, what mantra you can use to take your focus off all the crap stuff that's going on right now and keep your focus on where you want to go. There's never, ever, I don't think, certainly in my lifetime, been a greater challenge than there is right now to stay up, to stay in these lighter states of being. And for me, it's always been about letting go since I learned to let go. When I get into these, get weighed down by other people's fear and trauma, etc., then it's always about letting go and coming back into my body. That's where the freedom lies. The only thing that we can control right now is our vibrational energy, our emotional state. So we're going to look at EFT. Very, very simple. It works on the meridians. It works on our free will, because our subconscious mind is like a tape recorder. It has recorded everything that you have ever done, whether you can remember it or not. Everything you have ever perceived. And this is really important, because it's not always about what you thought happened. It's not always about what happened. It's about how you thought it was in that moment. So it's a hard drive of a load of rubbish is in there from the past. A lot of fear, a lot of overwhelm, challenges, sadness, disappointments, etc. Which go to serve you. You understand, right, okay, I need to be a bit more mindful in what I listen to, who I listen to, whose narratives I take on. But also not allowing that to allow you to look through a lens of fear and distrust and hostility. Because the two words that come over and over and over again when I'm letting go is trust and surrender. And right now, trusting is possibly one of the most challenging things that we have got going on, because who do you trust? Well, you know the answer. Your cells. Your cells only know the truth. And they also know when you're moving out of the truth, you will feel it in your body. So remember, feelings are the language of the body. So when you're feeling in the body, that's your emotional guidance system, and you can feel it and you can go, oh, okay, I'm thinking about the wrong things. I'm back in fear here. And, you know, the fight or flight response can be used, you know, if you want to run away and you need these high states of adrenaline and cortisol, if you're running a race or if you're chasing somebody. But it's understanding how the body works, because most of us are in that state, literally poisoning ourselves and not understanding that the thoughts are coming because of the chemistry, and the chemistry is coming because of the thoughts. So let's look at how we can tap that away. So what I want you to do is give yourself a out of 10, 1 to 10 in terms of stress. 1 being completely chilled, 10 being completely stressed. You don't need to tell me right now. You can just use it in your head just to mark where you're at right now. And what we're going to do is just a very generic, general releasing on stress. And then we're going to go into much more in-depth, tuning into the cells, allowing the cells to expand, looking at our belief systems. What are we really believing? How powerful are you? How powerful do you believe you are? So maybe your mind's saying, well, I'm very powerful, but maybe your subconscious is saying, no, you're not. So we need to have these two minds in alignment. What happens is the conscious mind will say one thing, but the vibration from the subconscious is completely different. So what we're doing with EFT is getting the two minds into alignment. If I say I am healing, 100% I'm congruent in every level, and the cells are like, right, okay, that's what we're doing. Whereas if one voice is saying I am healing, the other one is like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, but I can't give up everything I love, I can't do this, I can't. If that's coming up, that has to be dealt with so that you can clearly see the way ahead. Now, it might not be your health, it might be your wealth, it might be your relationship. Remember, you just turn, it's all the same thing. There's blockages in terms of our levels of belief, and there's subconscious blocks and maybe inherited stuff from the past that we need to let go of as well. So, yes, doubt creeps in. We're human, right? We get tired, we get affected by other people's negativity, and doubt, you're just like, oh my God, what am I doing here? What's this? What's that? What's it? So that's completely normal. But is catching that, being aware, okay. That's the mind coming in. You know, we're not the mind and we're not the feelings. So but we attach to them as if we are. I am, it's my anxiety, my disease. No, it's not. It's energy. And we have the power to observe it and allow it to pass. But this is the unhooking of all of the attachments, all wanting to be right, all wanting to be in control, all wanting to get our opinion and our points of view across. All of that creates this absolute energy of this is and cannot be changed, when in actual fact, when you just let go and you just allow, you realise that, you know, none of it's really actually true. So you are at the helm. I was sailing at the weekend. It's so cool, so interesting, so nice, but just being out with the elements and working with the wind and just really feeling the flow and all of that. And that's really what we're doing with ourselves. How are you helming your cellular system today? Are you putting it into fear state, or are you putting it into expansion and trust to really listen to what's right for you? So what we're going to do is, again, you've got your level of anxiety. We're just going to start with a generic tap around that. So just do it with me and repeat out loud as well. And you can use your own words if you want to. Even although I have been having all these negative thoughts and feelings, I've really felt the energy of the weekend. I find myself disagreeing with others, and I'm finding it really stressful. Sometimes I want to tell them and sometimes I don't want to tell them. I'm too scared to tell them what I feel and what I think. And even although I've got this energy coursing through my body, I can feel it in my chest and in my belly. I can feel this feeling that I would call anxiety, this energy piling up in the body. Even although I'm having all these feelings and I really don't know what's going on, I don't know who to believe, I don't know why I'm feeling like this, I don't know why other people are not thinking the same as me. I've never seen such complete division in our society before. But even although I'm having this experience, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although I've been feeling super stressed, worried, sad, even although I've been crying, even although I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, I've got health, wealth, relationship worries. I'm concerned about my parents, my kids, my own selves. I don't know what's going to happen. And I've got this energy in the body that I don't really like. I don't know why it's there. I don't know what to do with it. But even although I've got all of this going on, come on guys, get tapping, get really on this. You've got the power. I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Okay, deep breath. Just take a few easy breaths. Close your eyes and see where your stress level is now. See if it's changed. Might not have, it might have. This is you taking back the helm. You are the power. Your intention and your inner knowing has got to kick in to do this work. You've got to overcome the fear. There is no other option here. So just really check in and see where you're at. Well done, Kimberly. Yeah, it's going down. So let's just do another round on that. Even though I've been doubting myself, and even although I've been feeling all these feelings and I don't know what they are, and even although I've been feeling overwhelmed, sad, angry, furious, disappointed, apathetic, all of that stuff, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although I've been feeling a bit out of control. And even although I don't like feeling like this, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Deep breath. Okay, just check in again. Allow the energy to settle. Okay, and now we're going to tap on what we want. I'm letting go of all this stress. I allow the adrenaline and the cortisol to dissipate and dissolve. I have the power to let go. I am driving this body. It is me who decides. I am choosing to let go. I have found the courage to release the stress. And I'm letting go of all this emotional suffering and overwhelm. I am a powerful being who can change direction with my words, my intention, and my attention. I allow myself to feel calm. I allow myself to let go of all fear. I allow the stress levels to dissolve, dissipate, disappear. I allow myself to expand and go into a state of expansion where suffering cannot exist. I am the power. I am the conductor of these cells. It's me who is consciously and unconsciously directing the information and the flow, the signalling system. I allow myself to be calm. It's safe for me to be calm. I am letting go. I am letting go. Come on, mean it. Do it. You're in control. I'm letting go of all fear and stress. I am a powerful, powerful, powerful being. Deep breath. Okay. And again, just check in and really allow, if you've been holding on tight, tight, tight like this, sometimes it just takes a wee bit of patience to unwind and courage, because that's very, very familiar feeling. This is just the way I am. Oh, I'm a worrier, I'm a stresser. No, you're not. You've just programmed and taught yourself unconsciously to do that. So just stand in your power now. What's the worst that can happen? You cry, you have a few feelings, and then you come out at the other side free. Free from all the crap and lies that we've picked up and believed along the way. Tears can come. Let them come. It's a release. That chemistry will come out your eyes and you're going to feel better afterwards. Okay. So hopefully everybody's had an experience of a change of state, right? And the change of state depends on how willing you are to let go. And you know, there can be this fear of letting go. It's like, oh, what happens? What's on the other side of this? Freedom is on the other side. But the unknown is too scary for a lot of us. We like to pick things up from the past and put them down in the future, pick things up from the past and put them down in the future, and totally overriding this phenomenal free will that we have, this power that we have to heal. We have an innate, the body heals itself. You know, that's the thing we really, really need in the message we need to get out. And what we're doing is we're thinking things and we're putting information through the body all day, every day that is either harming it or healing it. And nobody really, we all know, we think positive, but how do you actually think positive when you feel crap? It's not possible, because it's conscious mind versus subconscious. And that's why the breathing, brilliant. The EFT will take you right down in there, let me tell you. More people get results with EFT than they do just with breathing. So breath's brilliant. You don't need to go into story, and you absolutely will get expansion. But the other big thing is the intention. Oh, brilliant, Joanne. From an 8 to a 2, awesome. The attention and the intention to let go of the past, okay? That is the thing where you need to get to that place going, I have carted this around long enough. Low self-esteem, low confidence, you know, I'm not enough and I'm not good enough and I need people to like me and love me. That's all outdated, old-fashioned thinking. We all know there's nothing more attractive than somebody who's just quietly confident and happy in their own skin. And they can just be in the moment and they're not dragging the past, their past hurts and traumas around, and they're just focusing on what they would love to be, which is completely healed, vital and at peace. So let's look at something or somebody. If there's somebody that's really stressing you out right now, let's tap round on them. Okay? Even although this person, you can say their name if you're alone, is driving me crazy. Oh, good, Claire. Even although they're triggering me big time, making me rage, maybe I'm losing my temper, I'm losing the plot, maybe I've said things I felt, that aren't kind. Whatever this person is triggering inside you or me, just allow yourself to feel it. And even although we're having all this judgment and reaction to the apparent others, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although they drive me crazy, and even although I feel emotions like hate and judgment and disbelief and divisiveness. I cannot believe this apparent other allows me to feel this within my cells. But even although I've been having this crazy ass experience and reaction to this other human, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although I'm just a human being doing my best, having all these feelings, good, bad and the ugly. And even although I've been judging myself and judging others, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Try a wee smile. Let the sun come out. Deep breath. Again, just close your eyes and check in. Close your eyes and check in. What can you feel? I get really in my heart centre. That's where all the collective fear has been experienced in my cellular bunch of cellular intelligence. And yeah, having the power to just let that dissolve and not accidentally contract around it and hold it inside. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to tap on limitation and belief around things that other people have done and things that you've thought over and over again about yourself. Other people's points of view that you've taken on, not realising that it wasn't true, okay? So even although I have some limiting beliefs kindly given to me by others and some that I've created in this lifetime, and even although I've taken on other people's points of view without fully realising, and I've got some limiting beliefs around my power held in the subconscious mind, even although I took these things on without realising it was going to limit me and hold me back and depress my immune system, that I was inhibiting the flow of life, that the fear was causing me to contract and accidentally, unconsciously inhibit the flow that helps me to cleanse and clear the past. And even although I've accidentally made myself tired, wanting to control, wanting approval, wanting security, because I didn't realise what I was doing to the body and the cells, living through fear and wanting approval and all that stress. So even although I've been carrying that around quite literally in my subconscious, I deeply and completely, I love, trust and honour my cells for containing my soul, my spirit, whatever you want to call it, your personality. And I'm now open to clearing the past, to letting go of all and any limiting beliefs that no longer serve me. I'm letting go of limiting beliefs and subconscious blocks and any destructive cellular memories that no longer serve me. I am open to letting all of that go now. I am a powerful, powerful being, and I am opening up to my unlimited potential. Even if it scares me, I allow myself to expanding and expanding and letting go of any wanting control, security, approval, separation and oneness. I'm a divine being who's been programmed to believe they're powerless. And I'm now opening and awakening to being powerful. I allow myself to take on the full responsibility of adjusting my words, my thoughts, and my feelings and my perceptions into an expanded loving state. I have that power. I am choosing unconditional love frequencies because I can. I have the power. I am a powerful energy being, moving from the heavy 3-dimensional states of fixed reality into the quantum field of unlimited potential. And boy, it's a shift. And it can be chaos and overwhelming at times, but I have the power and the courage to stand and to rise and to allow these high vibrational states to flow. I allow myself to expand, I allow myself to release the past. I'm letting go of everything and anything that no longer serves me. I have the power. I am the power. Deep breath. Okay. Again, just feel in. What's the body saying now? Allow the energy to move. Just be patient with yourself. Gently, gently. Going from I am powerless to I am powerful. I am full of power. And I gave it all away. But now I'm waking up and I am remembering that I'm in control of this ship. Okay. So just be aware. The energy shifts, any thoughts that are coming in, any memories that might come in, because you're now put yourself into this state of expansion. Just really allow the information to flow. Remember, the body's just light and information at its most basic level. And you can hold the stuff down and push it back, or you can allow it just to move so that you can really recalibrate into these much higher frequencies. You have that power, and no more blaming and shaming and complaining about the past. We have to move past that, and I know that can be incredibly hard, but we can all do it. And collectively, when we understand that, we can absolutely let go together and support each other through it. Let the tears come, let the past flow, and let the new high frequency vibrational energies in and let them flow through you. Yes, exactly, Annie. It's a really good analogy, isn't it? Okay. So yeah. So we are now helming ourselves. It is a really good analogy. Over where we want to go. Yeah, the heart you might feel the hurt again, and then just let it pass. Just let it pass. Let everything pass. The more open you can stay, the more the unconditional love frequencies can flow. Your brain starts to recalibrate, and bit by bit that we start to rise. And that's literally what that means. Allow yourself to rise. It happens effortlessly when we let go. So just do a few nice breaths. So let's just do a little bit of breathing now before we finish. Okay, so some belly breathing. Nice clear intention that you're going to let everything go. All the way in, all the way out, and hold it. So the body's having a total reset. Allow it. And breathing in. Squeeze the energy into your brain. And let it go. Okay. And we're just going to finish tapping round. I allow my cells to harmonise and recalibrate and heal. I am a powerful being. I allow my cells to dance in these higher frequencies, to be free from the burden of the past, for all my negative thoughts and feelings, from any hostile perceptions. I'm letting it all go now. I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I'm releasing all the fear and the stress and all trying to figure it out. And I'm letting go of any wishing it was different. I allow myself to be in these higher vibrational states of unconditional love. I'm choosing it. Because I can. Because I'm a powerful spiritual energy being. Use your own words if you don't like the word spiritual. I am healing. I allow myself to heal. I am open to the universal power of healing, the innate ability inside each one of us for full health, vitality, passion, excitement, creativity. I'm open to that now. I helm my cells in that direction. And I'm releasing anything and everything that can inhibit the flow of energy. I have the power. I am healing. I am letting go of the past, and I am healing. I am a powerful, powerful being. Deep breath. Okay, so let me know how that feels, and let me know over the next few days. I'll be going live tomorrow again at 10. Let me know how you feel over the next few days, what things have changed, because when you start to do this work, you will notice differences in your relationships and your health and your energy levels, but you need to practice. You don't become a master pianist with one piano lesson. And you don't become the master of your emotions with one EFT session. Thank you, Craig. Practice and repetition, the daily practice and commitment and desire and intention. And attention is what will set your cells free. Now, most of us are carting around quite a lot of outdated information. Thanks, Mary. Well done, Kimberly. So it's the repetition and overriding the apathy and laying down these new neural pathways. A week of continuous tapping and you will notice the difference. Okay, guys. Great stuff, Maggie. Yeah, they call it a practice because you have to practice it. It ain't rocket science, guys. Keep doing the good stuff. Keep focusing where you want to focus. We can all get through this together. We just have to understand that the energy can be really challenging. So I send you all huge love. Please like, share, download the app. Thanks, Annie. Huge love and unconditional love vibes coming to you. Ciao.